Hey, it's your doctor and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna talk about Ghost in the Shell, something a bit different. I'm gonna do something kind of a tutorial on how to play a class of characters. I made a video on the 2.0 update when I explained the different class system. Today we're gonna talk about Infiltrator. As you know, the game is now gonna close December 6th. But the game is pretty much free. I mean, now you just have to play one game and you get an in-game currency to buy every weapon and attachment and everything. So you just can be on the same level as everyone really quickly. So I think it's still interesting to play the game, and today we're gonna learn how to play Infiltrator. So to summarize quickly what was said in the previous video I did on the update, you now have three different classes. You have the Assault player, who have a lot of HP, a lot of armor, are slow but have really defensive abilities. You have the Infiltrator, who are really fast, low HP, low armor, but have more aggressive, I would say, abilities. And you have the Specialists, who are mostly gonna be used as snipers. They are medium in level of HP and armor. They have a double jump, while the Infiltrator have a slide. When you start the game, I think it's really nice to start with Infiltrator because it's really fast paced, it's really easy to play. There is all those ones that you can see here. I'm gonna start from the bottom. This is Reiko. So Reiko abilities is to dive, so she's kind of hacking everyone's eyes and you can't see her anymore. It's really useful if you have, for example, King of the Hill, Terminal Conquest. When you know the enemies are in a certain zone, you can just dive, they won't see you, you go behind them and then you shoot them in the back. It's a difficult player because it's kind of predictable. If you have a bit of experience, you're gonna know where she's gonna pop out, so I won't recommend this character to start. The second one is Kuro. So Kuro has an EMP, so it's like a nade that you just throw, and it's gonna cancel enemies' abilities, and it's gonna destroy stuff like turrets, drones, barriers, and the tank, the Tashikomas. It's also a really nice character, but you really have to get a good grasp of the game. You have to use your EMP at the right moment because it's gonna be really critical. So I would also not recommend this one to start. The next one is Maven. Maven can put a barrier. When you put the barrier, the bullets are slowed down, so you're gonna take a little bit less damage. The enemies can't see you throughout the barrier. They will see like the background, but not you. But you can see them, so you get kind of an advantage. And when they cross the barrier, they're gonna be like slowed down. So as you can see here right now, I would not recommend this one as well because it's gonna make you camping a lot, which is not necessarily good if you want to enjoy the game. Then you have Paz. Paz just basically has a sprint, so his ability is just to run much faster, and it's pretty nice because you can also have the abilities to put some perks on your character. I will show you, and that help you to get knife distance reduced. I mean, augmented, so you can just kill them from like further distance, which is really great. It's also nice when you can give the tier 2 to all your team. However, it's a bit difficult because when you run you make much more noise and it's more difficult to aim, so I will also not recommend this character to start. So you know which one I will recommend. Motoko. She's my favorite. Her ability is simple. She got a camo, so you will barely see her. It's a really good character to start, can often give you an edge, easy to play, so I will show you today how to play Motoko. First we're gonna see the upgrade system. So here you have some sockets, so you have three classes. You have to play to unlock them, the different perks. You can put a maximum of 5. You have the physical sockets. The physical sockets will be things like increase your speed, but they all have a downside. So for example, if you take the perk that will increase your sprint, your speed, you will also get slowed down more when you will get shot at. So all those ones have disadvantages, so people usually don't take them. What you take is the ability socket first, those ones, because they will enhance your tier 2 ability. So with Motoko, what you have to pick is this one. This one is silent camo, so when you have your tier 2 activated, you don't make any more noises when you run, when you walk. Which is really nice because often this game you play with your headphones and you try to spot the enemies at the corner because you hear them coming. You have the anti-machine camo, which makes that every turrets and drones won't target you anymore, which allow you to just push really in the enemy's line without being worried by a turret killing you or finding you or something like this, so it's pretty nice. And then you have the active camo, which will make your camo much more effective, so your tier 2 camo will have minus 80% visibility. It's really good, it's make it much more difficult for your enemies to catch you, to see you at least. So you have those three, and you have two spares sockets that you can use. You can use the Cyber Brain. The Cyber Brain will modify the speed at which you can get your tier 2. So what I recommend is to pick this one. You will need minus 5% intel to get your tier 2. And the kill intel boost, you will get plus 10% intel per kill. So it's really nice. You can also have this one, I think here, that's the assist one, that will give you 10% from assist. That might be great in the beginning, but if you play a bit more and then you get used to it, you make more kill, I will definitely recommend to pick that one. You will get your tier 2 more often. So that's it for the ability sockets. Let's see about now your weapons. So nades, you have only one available. It's a scrambler nades with kind of like flashbang, so you have to pick this one. For the melee weapon, you have two options. You have the knife or the double Qatar. The double Qatar is doing more damage and is faster, so you just pick this one. As for the guns, I would recommend to pick this one, the KCZ-85. It's a pretty good one. My second favorite one is a SEOP 226. Those weapons are fast, they are accurate. It's pretty useful if you take like a Magnum or a Mateba. They're much slower. It's a bit more difficult in the beginning, so I would recommend just to pick one of those two. I think it's just a matter of preferences. Now regarding the main weapon, I think when you start, you have the choice between a lot of different SMGs or shotguns. I would recommend to go with an SMG, and the best one to start is definitely the Deathstalker Evo. So here is my build that I recommend for you to start. So the sight that you will use is N7. It's a pretty good sight because that will allow you to aim a bit further than if you take, for example, one that's really for really close range. I think this one can help you get the edge in intermediate distances and small distances, so that's a pretty good one. Regarding the aim assist, always go for the CBC one. That will increase your damage by, if I'm not mistaken, by 10% on close range and reduce your damage on intermediate and long range. I will show you later when I will try the weapon. So those ones are, I think, mandatory if you play Infiltrator, especially someone will get close, like Motoko, because you have the camo, you can get closer to the enemy before they spot you. So that's often giving you like this small edge that will help you get the damage missing to kill an enemy. For the barrel, it's simple. You just pick the barrel that increases your damage, your accuracy, and your range. Pretty simple. For the muzzle, you don't need a suppressor. It increases your stability, but the weapon has a good stability just on the baseline. So I think you just take one that increases your accuracy. So this one or this one. You can try them both. I don't see that much difference. I think it's kind of preference. Don't need to go for a silencer, suppressor. I don't think so. Now, what I recommend here, it's my take on this. A lot of people will take the drum here. You will increase the bullets in your magazine by 20. So instead of having 30, you will have 50. This one just gives you one more magazine. So you have like a limited amount of bullets when you just spawn. So this one will give you one more, but this one will give you bigger magazines. A lot of people will take this because you don't have to recharge as often. However, you lose in speed, you lose in stability a lot, and I think it's really bad. I always don't have any much problem killing my enemies with one magazine. So I think maybe if you start and you're not good at aiming yet, or you don't get it, maybe it's okay to start it, but I would recommend just to take the regular magazine, because even the extended one will also reduce your speed and your stability. So recommend just this one. It's pretty good. Another thing that's more, it's not necessary, I'll say it's optional. You can take a grip. I think if you start, probably don't take a grip. You have 3 types of grips. You have this one that will increase your stability when you fire vertically. Then you have the second one that will be when you fire horizontally. And it will be, the last one will be when you're aiming downside. So when you just aiming with your weapon, you will get more stability, which you don't do that often, I think, with an infiltrator. I picked this one because you see a lot of people playing Citara. She has the capacity to have a double jump, and they will just, when you get close combat, they will always just jump over you. So getting more stability when you aim vertically, it's really good, I think. So that's why I picked this one here. So now I'm gonna show you quickly a bit of the weapon. So here is, as you can see, Motoko. She has 150 HP, 100 AP, which is your armor. As you can see, the character is pretty fast. If you change weapons, like smaller weapon, you're even faster. So like if you pick your knife, you're faster than if you pick your pistol, and you're faster than if you pick your main weapon. Their ability is to slide. As you can see, it's pretty useful. It's also helping you to go, for example, under a certain part of the decor. However, you have to be careful. Don't slide too much, because when you slide, your accuracy is a lot reduced. So that's gonna be a problem. It's really nice, for example, if you have like an enemy at the corner and you know they're camping, you can do that, and that will give you a really good age, because you will slide under their side and then you will get be in a nice position. But other than that, if you are in an open field, I don't recommend to do it. Maybe just to, if you just want to get cover, that can be useful, but be careful. Alright, so now let me show you how it looks when you aim. So like this, you see it's pretty nice aim, I think. You got the red dot. It's really nice. So now let me show you about the distance. So you see, when you up to 19 meters, you are in the close range, which means that you will do 10% more damage with the help of the attachment we put. And that's already quite a generous distance. You can see here, still here, you have 10% more damages. So the enemy are not that close, huh? Until 22 meters, you will have your mid-range. So it's really short, you see, from like 19 to 22 only. So it's not worth taking the second attachment that will increase your damage on that range. And the long range is like starting at 22. Knowing that you're fast and knowing that you have a small range, you will often try to get on the location of the map when you know that you won't have like a long distance like this, and that can put you in trouble. You will always try to be in the areas that are good for you. So when you play Motoko, you have to take advantage of speed, of her ability to use the camo, and her slide. So that's pretty much it. I will now show you 1 game or 2 games on how to start and how to play Motoko. Okay, so we will do a Terminal Conquest, which is a King of the Hill. You have one zone that you can see on the map is P. It's when everyone's gonna start this zone to attack. You have to stay in this zone for a certain amount of time. You win it, and then you move to the other zone. If we win, we're gonna move to the zone A. If the enemy wins, we'll go to the zone C. And if you win the last zone of your enemy, you win the game. Otherwise, it's the first 1 to 4. So what you want to do with Motoko is you want to go around your enemies. So we will try to go around them. Also, one thing I would like to tell you is that remove the music from the game, because you want to hear your enemies. It's really important. As you can see here on the top left corner, I have 2 abilities. The big one is tier 2 and the small one. And the small one that I can reuse in 1 second. Okay, here that's the small one. Okay. That was quite hard to start, since I didn't play with the... Is that weapon for a while as well? So now we have to defend this zone. We have our friends here, and I'm gonna protect those two entries here. Make sure the enemy don't go into our zone. So that's what you do with Motoko. You push, and you hunt. Okay, we got the zone. So now we're gonna rush to the next one, which is A, and if we win that one, the game is over. If they push us back to the middle, again, the B, then we will have to regain, etc. So the enemy is gonna come from here, on their respawn, as you can see here. Now I have my tier 2, and as you can see, when I activate my tier 2, I don't make any more noise when I run.
Do not let them take that terminal, no matter what. Skill download complete.
I'm out of bullets, so we'll wait that I have an enemy coming here. So Batu used his rocket launcher, which he can just fire at the ground and it's gonna kill everyone in the zone, but he's not taking any damage. So that's an ASO player, and that's pretty good when you have those kind of circumstances, when you have probably someone hiding under the window. But I think it's gonna be already finished for this game. Yeah, so that was the fast one.
Heat sensor scanning.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in. Siphon drone engaging.
Enemy cyber sentry spotted. The enemy is using an arm launcher. Caution, cloaked enemy incoming.
Thermoptic camo up.
Expect heavy enemy resistance. Eliminate with extreme prejudice.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going.
Sentry deployed. The enemy is using an arm launcher. Enemy cyber drone launched. Thermoptic camo ready.
Skill sync transmit complete. Over.
Enemy care field deployed. Enemy thermoptic barrier deployed. Enemy siphon drone deployed. The enemy is using an arm launcher.
Cyber sentry ready for action.
Okay, alright, okay, alright.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
Thermoptic camo ready. Enemy thermoptic
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in. Siphon drone deployed.
Nobody's getting past this section. Locked and loaded.
Enemy EMP deployed.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
Thermoptic camo ready.
One enemy agent left. Keep it up.
The enemy is using an arm launcher.
Alright, it's a comeback. Pretty nice. I'm not talking too much because I'm kind of focused.
Thermoptic camo.
Satellite link open. Turn on the heat sensors.
Skill download.
Steel download. Thanks to the assist.
Enemy thermoptic barrier deployed. Enemy EMP. Enemy cyber sentry deployed.
Oh, last one and we win. That's a pretty good comeback. That was elimination, as you saw. I started late, but I did good. I was really focused. It's really difficult to talk while you're playing, especially since you need to listen a lot to have an idea of the position of the enemy. But that's an example of elimination. Pretty good. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this KD and those kills. Woo! Okay, and we're gonna finish with an example of demolition. So here it's simple. We have two zones on the map. So we have this here, when the enemy can put a bomb here that we will have to defend. And the other is on the other side. First 1 to 6, if I remember. And every 5 round you're changing. So you're in attack and then you're in defense. The other one is here located. So the enemy start on the other side of the map, and we start around here, and so we have to defend the zone. So that's pretty simple. We have a team that's not really balanced. We have a lot of motocos actually against a lot of Batu. We can one-shot us with a rocket launcher. But we're gonna try to do our best here. Yeah. So we take the camo, we go here, we might have
Thermoptic
enemy
camo up. I'm go-
is trying to sneak in.
Setting the secret drone.
The enemy is using an arm launcher.
Okay. So there's 3 enemies left. We're pushing them on the right side of the map.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
Oh, I knew he was here, but I was too low HP. 1 bullet was enough to kill me. Last 2 hay. So I'm informing my team of the position of my enemies. It's really important to communicate the position of the enemy in demolition, because you just have 1 life. So you have to try to make a good use of it. Okay, so we're gonna go again in the middle. We have to be careful of the rocket launcher.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
I'm trying to peek out.
Setting the secret drone.
Caution, seeker drone approaching.
So the position B is compromised, so I'm gonna go on the B position.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
One enemy.
Oh. Last one is B. Okay, got me. B. Planting. So I told my team that it was B. You see that all my team on the map is going on the B spot. Okay, and they got it. Pretty nice. I'm gonna keep on going like this. It's nice to balance so that like not all the team goes at the same spot. So you see like A is gonna be light right now, but that's okay. I'm gonna be a solo mid. Okay, we're pushing. We're gonna try to sneak behind.
Spotted enemy seeker drone.
Skill sync initiated. Link up. Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
I fall through the map, which will restart me here. That's a small bag. And the team knows where they are. The last one is middle.
There's only one enemy agent remaining. Take your time and finish.
Okay, he's dead. Pretty good. Now I have my tier 2. I didn't use it because I knew we were gonna win because we were like 4 against 2 or something like this. But I'm gonna use it now. So my colleagues can also have a camo. They don't have the benefits that I have, like the sound, etc.
Cyberbrain skill downloaded.
Caution. Seeker drone approaching.
Okay, nice. Double kill, good.
Guns out.
Okay, we got a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher B side Batu. Okay. B side. So I'm informing my team again. Alright.
One enemy agent left. Keep it up.
Okay, and we got 4-0. It's pretty nice. One more and we're switching sides. So we're gonna be in attack afterwards. This time I'm gonna show you what a push on B look like when you're in defense. When you play someone like Motoko,
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going.
Spotted enemy seeker drone.
oh, I got a rocket.
Arm mortar.
B, Camo Batu, Ink B. Yeah, he's behind. Okay, nice. Last one is A.
One enemy agent remaining. Take your time and finish this.
Okay, we got it. Nice. Now we're gonna switch again. Do I have the tier 2 camo or was my colleague? In attack, it's much nicer to use Motoko. I don't have the tier 2, but I should have it almost immediately.
Enemy has
Yeah,
taken up
okay.
defensive positions. Find that.
Okay, I'm sharing my tier 2 camo immediately. I think we will all have camo. And we're gonna rush mid.
Skill sync complete.
Is there gonna be some enemies? Okay, they're already here.
Thermoptic camo up. I'm going in.
You let the brave ones go first. Okay. Nice push. And here we go. Victory, you don't need to plant the bomb when you kill all the enemy team.
Great work.
So that was all.
Team were exemplary.
Pretty good, right? I will spare you the team deathmatch because you just know it works. It's simple, 2 teams and against each other, and that's all.
No challengers here.
Alright. So that's all for today. I just wanted to show you a bit how to start with Motoko. So use your camo, use your tier 2 wisely, share it with your allies, use in a mid distance, never go like on an open field, try to sneak out behind the enemies, and you will be fine, and you will have fun. That's pretty much all. And the last thing I want to tell you about before leaving is that the game is gonna close on 6 December. But there is a campaign called Sunrise campaign that's trying to make the game keep on running, that at least if we don't get update we can still play. You will find a link to their Discord in the description. Just check it out if you want to help. Just play the game, share videos, stream it if you can. Just play it, share it, and that just might be all to help. If you want more, if you want to provide more help, go on the Discord, everything is explained. That's all for today. See you next week for another video.